What's going on, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today I'm going to be looking at the September solicitations for DC collected editions. So, stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Before we look at the September solicitations for the collected editions, I wanted to just take a moment to talk about Tim Sale. He was one of my favorite artists, and we lost him. Well, if you're watching this video, he passed away yesterday. And it seems like we have lost a lot of legends recently, just back to back. Neil Adams, George Perez, and now Tim Sale. And it's difficult to be peppy when talking about books. And talking about the loss of those people, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have books like these. So, yeah, I just wanted to take just a little bit of time to say how much I'm gonna miss seeing that unique art style, whether on covers or whether in sequential art. If ever there was a chance of Jeff Loeb and him reuniting to do another Batman story, I guess maybe in the afterlife they can reunite to do the greatest Batman story ever. But yes, rest in peace. And thoughts and prayers with his family. Just really sucks. And I have a lot more to say, but let's talk about these books coming out. So again, I like to remind everybody that there always seems to be delays, especially this year. We've had a lot of delays. So just in case, even though they are solicited for September, you'll see when they'll actually be released, like sometimes in October, November, or December. But I will put that in the description of the actual title that I'm talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. The first book is Shazam Thundercrack. And this is an original graphic novel. It is in softcover format. It is $9.99, and it is 160 pages. By Yehudi Mercado is the gentleman who is drawing and writing the book. Then we have Catwoman Lonely City, and this collects the 4-issue. I assume this is a miniseries. It is in hardcover format for $29.99. 208 pages. Cliff Chiang is both writing and drawing this. And if you're not familiar with Cliff Chiang, he has done artwork on Wonder Woman when Brian Azzarello kicked off her New 52 run. And he did artwork with Brian K. Vaughan on Paper Girls. It's a great artist. And I think this is a miniseries. There is supposed to be a direct market exclusive variant cover for this too. That's the first I've heard of, but yeah, that's interesting because DC doesn't really do direct market hardcovers. I've seen Barnes & Noble exclusive hardcovers, but not direct market, so maybe they're changing their mind. Batman Shadow War. So this is the crossover with Deathstroke and Batman. So it kicks off with Shadow War Alpha. Batman 122 to 123 is in here. Deathstroke 8 and 9. Robin 13 through 14. Shadow War Zone 1. And Shadow War Omega one-shot. So you have Joshua Williamson, Nadia Shamas, Ed Brizant, and Stephanie Phillips all writing it with artwork by Heck Yes, Howard Porter and Victor Bogdanovic, Roger Cruz, and Paolo Pantalena. And the cover is supplied by John Boy Myers. The book is in hardcover format, $39.99. Based on the dimensions of this, it looks to be a standard edition cover. And then, speaking of some great legends that we've lost, we're getting a DC poster portfolio, George Perez. So this one is 42 pages, and it's the portfolio pieces that they've put out before, featuring different artists like Art Germ. And this one retails for $24.99. It is 12 by 16, so it's a big book. I'm assuming in here you're going to see a collection of his covers for Wonder Woman, Teen Titans, Crisis on Infinite Earths, just to name some of the wonderful titles that he worked on. American Vampire 1976 is getting a trade paperback edition. Scott Snyder reuniting with Rafael Albuquerque, and I believe this is the series that wraps up all of American Vampire. And it is part of the Omnibus, so if you're getting the American Vampire Omnibus Volume 2, it's collected in there already. But this collects issues 1 through 10 of that series. Aquaman Green Arrow Deep Target. This is by Brandon Thomas. This is collecting the first 7 issues of this, and it is a soft cover, 200 pages, $19.99. Batgirls Volume 1. This is a book I've been wanting to read. I've heard a lot of my viewers tell me it's great. It's got some great talent, though, with Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, and Jorge Corona, who is, to me, one of the best artists. He is the one that did Middle West, if you're not familiar with any of the work that he's done. But collecting the first 6 issues of Batgirl and the backup stories from Batman 115 and 117. I cannot remember if this was released in hardcover or not, but regardless, it's going to be available in softcover. If it was in hardcover, why the hell didn't I pick it up, though? These are questions I ask myself. I don't expect you to answer. The Books of Magic Omnibus Volume 3. It's part of the Sandman Universe Classics, and I have read absolutely zero of the content of this book. This wraps up the entire Books of Magic series, and this collects the Trenchcoat Brigade 4-issue miniseries, the Names of Magic 5-issue mini, Hunter, The Age of Magic 1 through 25, and the Books of Magic with a K at the end, Life During Wartime 1 through 15. So that's the one that I've been wanting to read. I didn't know that The Age of Magic 25 issues were going to be collected in here. So I've not read any of these comics, so it's going to be interesting because I really thought the Volume 2 had a good wrap-up if you've been reading those in omnibus format. I don't think any of this has been available in trade paperback either, so a lot of it is new to collected editions. 1,200 pages, $125. In here you're going to find the works of Dylan Horrocks and John Nay Riber, and also Cy Spencer, who passed away last year. I remember I found out through actually Cy Spurrier. It was on his Twitter. He was talking about how people used to get them confused. I did as well. When Cy Spurrier came on, I thought it was the same guy. But yeah, he passed away last year. You have the artwork in here of Richard Case and Dean Ormstrom, as well as some cover art by Chris Bachalo. DC Horror Presents Soul Plumber is coming out. Marcus Parks, Ben Kizzle are some of the writers in here. And then you have the artwork of John McCrae and PJ Holden. John McCrae, huh? You had me at John McCrae. He's the gentleman that co-created Hitman and drew several issues of Hitman. And collecting DC Horror Presents Soul Plumber 1 through 6. Grayson, the Super Spy Omnibus. It's coming back to print. This is the 2022 edition, as they seem to have been calling their new printings. Nowhere do you see it on the spine or on the actual cover. It's not even a sticker. It's just what they're labeled as. $100, 792 pages, collecting Grayson 1 through 20. Grayson Futures End number 1. Secret Origins 8. Grayson Annual 1, 2, and 3. Robin War 1 and 2. And Nightwing Rebirth number 1. Tim Seeley, Tom King. And you have the artwork in here. Oh my gosh. Mikhail Janin. This is where I fell in love with his artwork. And Stephen Mooney. Refrigerator Full of Heads. So this is a follow-up to Basket Full of Heads, and it's part of the Joe Hill universe. $24.99. It is a hardcover, 160 pages. Rio Ewers and Tom Fowler are the creators behind it. And I wonder if that's a take on the, women in refrigerators. I wonder if that's supposed to be making fun of that. I did enjoy the Basket Full of Heads. I thought that was a interesting story in that Joe Hill box set. Tales of the Amazons. So this is Vita Ayala, Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, Stephanie Williams writing this particular event, but this collects Artemis Wanted number 1, Olympus Rebirth 1, Nubia Coronation Special, and then stories from Wonder Woman 781 to 784 and the 80th anniversary 100-page super special, super spectacular number 1. Hardcover format, $24.99. Teen Titans Academy Volume 2. I do believe this is the final volume, as the series has now been cancelled. Tim Sheridan and Rafael Sandoval doing this particular series, and it collects issues 7 through 15. The Joker Volume 1, it is coming out in trade paperback format. This is after the events of the Infinite Frontier, and collects Joker 1 through 5. And this one is $16.99, again, in trade paperback format. This has been previously collected in hardcover format. And Wonder Woman Evolution. Stephanie Phillips writing this particular series with Mike Hawthorne on artwork. And this is a hardcover, $29.99, 192 pages. And believe it or not, yeah, that's it for the September solicits. Pretty small compared to the last month. Now, when these books come up for pre-order or when they come out, check out our sponsors. CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. If you live in Europe and are interested in pre-ordering or purchasing Omnis, then you should definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping of €9.90 for EU countries. Extremely careful and sturdy packaging. Emails are answered within 24 hours. And they have a superb selection of new releases and out-of-print books on their website. Just head over to waltzcomicshop.com for more great deals and rare titles. And for a limited time, you can use the code NEARMINTCONDITION, all one word, at the checkout for free shipping to all EU countries with your first order. Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. And that was the DC Collected Editions September solicitations. Let me know in the comments down below what excites you the most, what book you are definitely picking up, what book you've been most excited for. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. This was the Uncanny Omar, and everyone, please stay healthy and safe out there. Hug those around you. Love each other. That's all I got. Much love.